继直播BTS 在首尔的现场演唱会后 ，Netflix 在3月27日又推出了纪录片 BTS 天团回归，记录了 BTS 防弹少年团在去年于洛杉矶制作新专辑《Arirang》的经历，展示了因入伍停下团体活动3年的 BTS 是如何寻找新方向、挑战自我的。与此同时，这个纪录片也充满了7个成员在一个房子内居住生活、一起工作的温馨片段。本片的导演阮包和2位制片人 R.J. Cutler Jane Cha Cutler 在3月26日晚出席了本片首映礼，并向 UNE 新闻速递在内的美国媒体分享了拍摄幕后。
There are very few filmmakers who can capture both the scale and intimacy the way that Bao does. And you're about to see that on screen.
Hi everyone. So privileged to be able to work on this film. I would say this is the greatest privilege of my career so far to work on this film. And my first time seeing BTS live is the loudest thing I've ever been to in my life, in the best way possible. 4 years later, when the band came back, and he told me that they were recording an album. And it was sort of fate in many ways, and he told me like he'd been talking to this Machine who I love dearly, Jane, R.J, Elise, Trevor, Melissa. I can name a lot of people in this room, and I've been wanting to work with them for a while, so again fate sort of met. And yeah, this film, even if you're not Army, I hope you can understand what it means to like come back to yourself, come back to your family, come back to your dreams in many ways, and that's what really this film is about. And that's what I love about the story. It's like, Jane says it so eloquently in a lot of Q&As that usually films are, especially music films, are about the beginning of an artist's career or the end, and this is snap right in the middle of it. And so to be able to tell such a pivotal moment in their career was really an honor and a privilege. They had a span of 4 months where they like kind of completed the album. There's 2 months in LA and then a couple months in Korea. And then within that time, we had like a month of shooting with them. But for me, it was like really important that the story started when Jin joined, when it became fully, OT7, as they say, where it's all 7 together. I think if it was like 5 out of 7 or 6 out of 7, it's not really them returning. Of course, we wanted to make sure that we captured the parts where they were still recording, even though Jin was on his solo tour. And we knew that we couldn't get access to them 24/7. So I just had this idea of like, what if we gave them their own like camcorders, their own mini DV camcorders? I mean, I know that they, shoot their own content on their phone, but nowadays, like that's a very specific visual language. And I wanted to like evoke like your brother or your mother or your uncle like filming a vacation or something, and so this is like their vacation in LA, and so to give them the cameras.
更多精彩新闻，请关注UNE 新闻速递。